Warning: this Minecraft player is in no way a professional speedrunner or a good player. Thank you for your patience and enjoy the show. Late at night, I was playing some Minecraft with fellow Midworld SMP members and joked about beating the Ender Dragon with my fists. They all laughed at me, thinking that I can't do it. Well, as stubborn as I am, I decided to take on this challenge and thought this could bring some fun and exciting content. First, I had to lay down some ground rules. No tools like hoes, shovels, pickaxes, axes, and swords can be used. Same goes with bows and crossbows. I'm allowed to use a shield and a bucket and random items in my hands to punch with that doesn't provide damage bonuses. Last night was the first time I ever dreamed about Minecraft. I had many thoughts running through my head on what I needed to do to beat this game, that it was just hard to think about anything else. I did some research beforehand, but at the end of the day I had to wing it and take this journey for a ride. Lucky for me, I found this broken nether portal here that provided me some iron and gold that I'll definitely need when I go into the nether. What's more awesome is I actually found a village that wasn't too far from the broken nether portal, and what's great about villages? Iron golems, villagers, farm with food, as well as beds, which are all great to have, especially when I can't use any tools that I really want to use throughout this game. Now here's where the grind sets in. I know when I go into the nether, I won't be able to collect any netherrack or a lot of material that the nether has, that to bridge, to go up one step. So just here collecting some logs, and I'm going to be doing a lot of these, and right now this is a failed attempt of me trying to build a shield from memory. As you can see, I think I almost get it, but in reality I resort to using the book. Yeah. So we move to find ourselves a lava pool. Lava pools are a great source, especially when you're trying to make another portal. And here is just another failed attempt of me trying to make another portal because I saw a video of Dream making these portals with just a water bucket and a lava pool, and this is definitely not what it looks like, especially if I'm trying to replicate what he was doing, but this is just my version of it, and it's not that great. Let me do something like this. Block off water from being able to leak, just in case, you know. No, 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 no! Oh god, I almost ruined it. But I clutched it, kind of. As you can see, I didn't exactly almost clutch it, but eventually we did get to a point of creating a functioning nether portal and completing a step that I really didn't think would go by this fast, especially with this challenge. What was great about where the nether portal spawned was I was near an area where a lot of endermans do like to hang out, where there's a lot of blue warp trees, and which is something I never really had to worry about throughout this entire game, especially when I'm finding ender pearls. So I went back to the surface world, trying to find things that I'll definitely need, especially my journey throughout the nether, such as food. So here's an awesome, great stack bale of hay, and collecting some logs to bridge, as well as to climb up certain areas that I'm not able to do just by myself. Here I built a chest to store some material, because in case I die, I can always just come back and reutilize materials that I may most likely have lost in the nether. And we go. Here I'm just starting to give myself a head start on finding some ender pearls by creating a little canopy for myself to protect myself from endermans, because these guys tend to be pretty tanky and they can take a hit. Collected about 6 pearls and decided to go back to the surface, store them in our reserve chest, and go back into the nether to find another fortress. Now this journey took quite a long time. I'm not saying many minutes, I'm saying lots of hours. I felt like I was pretty stuck, didn't know what direction to go to, and trying to find a fortress the fastest way or probably the best way possible. And my theory was that I never found one in like blue warp tree areas, so I should find netherrack areas or red warp tree areas. And in this case, I happened to find some netherrack, but I didn't really get that much luck, especially finding any nether bricks, any signs of a fortress. God, dude. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh my god, I'm missing. My concentration has been broken. After that close encounter with death, I decided to go back to surface and collect some more material to bridge, to pretty much go anywhere that wasn't the same direction that I went to, and I'm just doing this because I used up all my material in the first run trying to find another fortress, and now I'm figuring out where do I even go or going a different direction essentially, because at this point wherever I went felt like it was leading me nowhere except the bastion and lava pools. I keep ending up going back to the surface a lot because I keep running out of spruce logs or planks. But little did I know that disaster was about to strike.
Oh geez, the big ones. Why?
Next day, I decided to change things up a bit. I decided to wear a polo shirt and move myself to the middle left side of the screen, if you haven't noticed. I decided to roam around the ocean, got myself some replacement gold armor for the armor that I've lost, and just roaming around. I just remembered that I lost so much of my logs slash planks that I need to get more, so here's my attempt at getting more birch. I also happened to lose a lot of my food, so here's a quick montage of me just getting food.
Get over here.
So I came to a sudden realization that while I'm going on a raid of destruction of pigs, I can't cook this. I don't have a pickaxe, so I can't get cobblestone and I can't get coal. No furnace, no fireplace, so how the heck am I gonna cook this raw pork chop? So what do? I go and find another village. I happen to find a furnace already built in this village, and I just didn't have enough Minecraft knowledge, or my foolishness kicked in and thought that I could get it with just my fists. Little do I know, I find out the hard way. At the end of the day, I had another genius idea. Use a creeper. There's a piece of coal, and I befriended a dog. His name's Ruffles. I ended up making a fireplace to start cooking some of my things that I've collected, such as pork chops, some potatoes, anything, you name it. And I just chill with my buddy Ruffles, cooking pork on a fireplace. I was ready with the food and the planks. Time to take on the Nether Part 2. This bridge took quite some time, but eventually we ended up getting to a place where it looks very different to the places that we've already visited, which is a great sign, especially if you're trying to find a place that you haven't found for the past few hours. We roam around, we found some basalt, some soul sand, and a popular netherrack, and another bastion. Get out of here. Eventually, being in the nether long enough, I was able to find the one thing I've been looking for, and the one thing I need to progress further into my objective. The fortress. These blazes were no joke. I did my best to fight them with my fists. I ran down because there's no way I could take them on the surface area. What's worse is, right below, yeah, my ingenious thinking used planks to block lava. Makes total sense. Which is why I'm not escaping, but I'm finding another place to lay low just for a bit. Trying to figure out whether or not to just go back home, but instead while roaming around the fortress, I ended up finding another blaze spawner, but in a more convenient area. So, I decided to go back home, get more food, and some more armor, and some non-flammable, I can't say that word, that word's too hard, flammable material. Okay, so we use some dirt as our non-flammable material. God, why is it so hard to say? But yeah, we got it. We trapped those blazes in and ended up just punching them for quite some time. These are just a bit of a highlight of me just punching them, and finally got our last rod. I like to have at least 10 at all times, especially when I'm finding the end portal. This was definitely the most nervous I've been trying to cross a bridge, but we made it. Currently, this is my inventory. It's looking pretty stacked with material, and we're ready to go. We have the blaze rods, but just one other thing, we need a bit more pearls. So, here's a highlight of me killing some endermen. This method was taking too long, so I ended up big braining and using a boat to trap them and punching them while they're in place. I'm having fun. That was the last one, so I ended up going to my base and onto the dragon. The third day finally came, and decided to befriend a horse. Didn't really give him a name, but just gave him some golden armor. Yeah, so we go to the end portal, and what's worse is that this horse isn't really here for too long, because I have to cross a body of water. Bye, horse. So I continue with my end portal journey, and throwing my ender pearls. And a little bit of word of advice, do not throw end pearls in the bottom of a spruce biome, because what I thought was when I threw it somewhere, I thought it went to the ground, and this is me digging all the way down for a very long point and not getting anywhere, and found out that I wasn't even in the right place. So I kept throwing them until I finally found the right hole. Eventually I find the right cave, finding the right path to the end portal, and fighting all the mobs that were in my way, even the silverfish. Now the silverfish were quite a bit troublesome group, and I've decided to beat them my own way, the best way I can. There's so many of them. It's like a train. Oh my god. Get wrecked. As I go back to the end portal, I fill up that portal with the ender eyes that I have and realize I was short 3. So I had to go back, get more ender pearls. This took some time. Alright, we're going back. So this part is actually really important, and I'll bring it up later, but this was a big mistake that I should have fixed. Now we're at base station 2, right where the end portal is, preparing ourselves for the fight against the dragon. I had a lot of decent armor, so I decided to put some on, as well as get the food, water buckets, and the ender eyes that we need to open a portal. And then we move. Cue the battle music. We are now taking out the end crystals because they keep healing the dragon. We need to take care of the dragon. And here's this amazing water bucket MLG. Yes, take out number 2. This will go down easy.
Oh, no.
Okay. Remember that one mistake I said to remember when I fell asleep? So I forgot to put a checkpoint on base camp 2 where the end portal is, and I have to make my way all the way back. This is quite a journey. Finally, we put a checkpoint on base camp 2 right at the end portal, and we go and move. Play the battle music. Hold the battle music. And continue. This was the most foolish idea I ever attempted, and probably not the best, and got me killed. Yeah, I kind of deserve that one. Burr. And now, we say goodbye to this world forever! No! Let's go! That was it. 3 days of patience and control. And now, it's finally over.